Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
My accents, I cannot do accents, Bethany. Like, do you practice accents to do on auditions?
No, I've done one accent in my whole life, like as a job, and that was Irish, and that was in college, and we were coached by a woman who came in from Ireland, I think from Belfast, and trained us. But that's it. So
I
no.
notoriously can't. And Neil makes fun of me because if I try to do a British accent, I'll start doing like a Russian or
Yeah.
a Southern accent. I'll be like, in homeland we bread. And Neil's like, what are you doing? And so I have to reset by saying hello, and then I can it's my reset word when I'm doing a British accent. Yeah.
Nailed it. Hi, everyone. Aubrey is here. Jennifer, Gabby. We have Michelle. We have Avina. Liz is here. Emma. Michelle K is here. Courtney is here. Chelsea. Norma. Zaida is here. Tatiana.
All of our friends are here tonight.
Great group tonight. Hi, everyone.
So fun. Yeah.
Hi.
How is everybody doing? Did everybody make it through today?
Was today awful for anyone else? Because I know, Kathleen, I saw you this morning. By the way, your hair is looking beautiful today.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I look a lot different than I looked this morning.
Yeah, today was, so Kelly, do you want to share with the class what you went through this morning?
Yes. I try so hard, and Bethany has really made me better at this, about being on time to places.
You've gotten so much better at it.
I've gotten so much better, especially when we're recording. Yeah. And today, for some reason, the universe was just not working with me. And if I'm running a little bit late to record in the city, I'll take an Uber in and I'll expense it, because when you get a certain amount of travel that you're allowed to expense.
Yeah.
So I do that. And I got into an Uber, and he drove 2 blocks, and he's like, can you please get out? I'm not driving to the city. And then I had to wait for another Uber. And then I was an hour and a half late to recording today. And peeps, Bethany wasn't mad at me.
Let me tell you why. Because a big portion of the reason you were late was my fault. Because we were trying to decide, Kathleen had been at a super spreader event.
Yeah, I was.
And I forgot what day it was. I thought today was Monday, because that's where I'm at in my relationship with time. And so I was like, Kathleen, you tested negative for COVID this morning. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with you coming into the studio, because it's only been a couple days. And you were like, it's been 6 days. But by that point, it had been about an hour into the morning. And so you were originally going to record from home. And then I was like, oh, never mind. So then you had to scramble and get into the studio. So I was like, it's not her fault for being late, because I was absolutely the reason you were late. So no worries.
Oh, yes. Bethany, you're wearing so much color today. People in the comments are recognizing.
I know. I'm wearing a bathrobe. I am straight up I don't know. I'm not fully awake. I am wearing a bathrobe.
Yeah.
And I'm on my couch.
Yeah.
And I am not wearing clothes under this. So if the wind hits me just right, y'all are going to see all of it. But I wear no more color than when I am wearing a bathrobe at my house.
It looks lovely, by the way.
Thank you. It's made out of, I got it at Uncommon Goods. I got it for Christmas from Uncommon Goods.
Yeah.
It's made from leftover and old fabric from women's saris.
Oh.
And then women in India sew it, and then they get money, and it's very soft. Yeah, it's super soft. I really like it a lot.
It looks like I want to put that on and then make myself a cup of tea.
Yeah. It's and it's actually, it's one of my favorite things. I love it so much.
Can I share with you also what I'm wearing today?
Yes.
Pull my hair back. Thank you. So, okay. I have a friend who's an influencer, and I went to an event with her this weekend. We went wine tasting. It was a Greek wine tasting, because the Greek winemakers are now coming to America to get food influencers on board that Greeks make good wine. And they actually grow it on the side of Mount Olympus, which I literally thought was just a mythological mountain, but that like where the gods live or something.
Yeah.
And we went to this wine tasting. It was beautiful. The wine was delicious, but food influencers are a really strange breed.
Tell me about them.
And so it was like past hors d'oeuvres brunch type thing, and I show up starving, which was my first mistake. And so they put out these like appetizers, and immediately the food influencers, I brought my light to show you, they come over with their cameras and the food, and they start taking pictures like this, snap, like angling the food from different, like it's so crazy. And then before anybody else can get anything, they snap, and they take it up, they put one in their mouth, and they take another one to go.
It's so what a strange world it is.
And it's like lightning. It's like flies to a flame.
Yeah.
With their this is the flame, and they're all like blah, 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 snap. Blah, 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 blah.
It's a whole world. It's a whole thing. And I think that there was a period of time where we were all taking photos of our food.
Yeah.
And then I think most of us grew out of it. But like a certain group of people got a following that way. And so then you have to keep doing it.
Yes.
And what are you going to do?
And then there's this guy, and this is where the dress comes in. There's this guy who he's wearing that H belt. What is that? Hermes or Hugo or something?
Yeah,
Hermes,
I think.
And he does one of these things where I'm just like minding my own business, drinking my glass of wine. When I found out the bottle was worth $100, I like filled it up to the brim.
Good for you.
And he does one of these. Hey, you, come here. And I look around the room. I'm like, me? Like, you want to talk to the chubby white woman in the corner? Like, why? and then he calls me up, and he's one of these guys that takes what he does for a living entirely too seriously. It's like, dude, you're not curing cancer.
Blogger too?
He was invited to the event because he throws parties.
What a strange world we live in, you know?
And he was talking to me about his company, which is actually kind of interesting. It's a company that archives fashion designers. So a lot of companies, let's say, I don't know, DVF or Tory Burch, they don't really have archives of what they did in the early years, and sometimes other designers want to research what other companies have done before they design this new collection to make sure they're not copying anything, or so they can be a little bit like, oh, I'm channeling DVF from the 1978 collection. Anyway,
spring summer 78.
Yeah, so this is what this guy's company he does. He's like, yeah, but we don't archive, like Zara or anything.
You couldn't. There's 7,000 new styles every season.
And here I am in my Zara dress. And so I'm going to stand up and show you. It's a really cute dress. It's a full-length dress. I'm going to back away. And
look at that.
You can't, it's like a little long. Let's pretend I don't have leggings on underneath this. But,
that's darling, Kathleen.
Thank you. And so, just for reference, I'm like a size 14. I'm wearing an extra large, and I didn't have to get the bottom hemmed, and I'm only 5'2".
Oh, so, wow.
Like on you, Bethany, it would be cute. It would be like a little higher, but it would be like, real, but on us shorties, you don't have to go get it hemmed, which is always a plus when you're.
That's great. Yeah, it's that's like a great all around. That just looks fabulous.
Thank you. Anyway, yeah. And then, when you're at these networking events where people are like social media people.
Yes.
This guy's opinion, and I know this has happened to you before, Bethany, totally changed of me when he saw how many followers I had. And like how many followers I have is just not something that I'm preoccupied with. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Because social media is the bane of my existence, but also the joy of my existence.
Yeah.
And he decided that he liked me after he saw how many followers I had.
It's so gross. Isn't it gross?
He was pity talking to me. And then all of a sudden I'm worthy of his time.
Yep. It's so gross. It's like it's like the immediate equivalent of like someone seeing your bank account or someone seeing like your job or your family name or like it's just really gross.
Keep talking. I just got to plug my computer in.
Danielle said, ew. Norma says need about 2 different things.
Yes. Go to the store because I think online it's sold out.
So I need to talk to any of my pale people in the chat because I need a new foundation. I need one that is cruelty free.
Yeah.
Because the foundation I've been using, which is just like cheap, I think literally Wet n Wild because it had my perfect color.
Yeah.
It just isn't working anymore. My skin has just started rejecting it. And the other foundation I had, I'm wearing right now, and I look tan, and this is not my actual skin color. I brought it all the way down on my neck because I'm so tan, but I don't know if you can tell like how actually pale I am.
Wow.
Versus like the color of my face.
I can actually see. That's insane.
Yeah. So like I have to, Chelsea, pale person, present. Aubrey says yes. Tarte, great. Fenty, great. Those are definitely cruelty free. Is Ilia cruelty free?
I believe so.
And it's tough. Like I am not the palest color. Like Allison's saying, even the palest colors are too dark sometimes. Like the palest color usually looks white on me and doesn't look good. But like I took a picture last night and I look ghost-like.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. I just something's very wrong and I don't know what to do about it.
So do you use bronzer?
No, because I have not been able to find a bronzer that doesn't look dirty on me.
Okay, there is a really I have two suggestions for you. Tarte has a Park Ave Princess color. It's a very light bronzer, and the one that I've been wearing lately, like I have bronzer on right now, and you can't really tell, is who was that with all the pouty lips a couple of seasons ago, with all like the kissable 60s styles lips?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I'll tell you in a second. What are people saying in the chat room?
Let's see. Charlotte Tilbury, Michelle asked what my undertones are. I was told I am like neutral, straight neutral.
Charlotte Tilbury, that's it. Yeah. Thank you. Bethany, they have a great bronzer, like a great pale bronzer. And you need to because gentle listeners, Bethany took a photo that on the episode that we recorded today, she was all up in arms over it. And I know that feeling. It's like there's the flash and then there's other lights coming from other directions. Yeah.
And also it was a masked event. And so I had my mask on. So I'm sweating under my mask and then it's photo time. And so I take my mask off. Zaida knows. Zaida was there. Yeah. And so I had like a blank spot on my nose where the makeup sweated off, but I couldn't put more makeup on because it was sweaty. Upper lip. And I felt so cute last night. And then when I saw the photos, my heart just sank. And I was like,
I know that feeling.
Oh no. It's on Dennis's Instagram right now. But like, so and I know this is like the awful things are happening in the world today. And this is not a problem. But
it's a good break from the world to talk about bronzer. Yeah.
We're all here. Might as well talk about makeup.
You know, I like Fenty a lot. I will mix theirs like with like on days when like in the winter, I'll go a little lighter, but then I have like a darker one that I put a little drop of in the formula to mix for the summer. Yeah. And so maybe you need to like transition into your summer formula. Yeah,
I think I do. Mm-hmm. But this is great. I mean, look, I've always wondered how I would look tan, and not normal is, I think, what the answer is, because this doesn't feel right.
You need to start a YouTube thing about your journey as a tan person.
But I'm not a tan person.
I mean, as a pale person, trying to not look washed out in photos.
Yeah, and also part of the, maybe I'll just pull. The other issue is that, like I say on the podcast, Dennis is olive complected.
Yeah.
And then I'll make an apology video, Aubrey. Exactly. He's olive complected. And so it throws off the white band. And also I didn't do myself any favors because I'm wearing like a black outfit. So like the black, the camera can't function. I did no favors. I'm standing next to an Italian. I'm wearing black. Like there was never any hope for the future at any point.
I am wondering if you started trying this out. Get some sort of foundation, because I know you like a heavy coverage. But what if you did? Scarring. Yeah. What if you did this instead? You got like Ilia makes that serum. That's also a foundation. You got that in one shade lighter than you would be normally comfortable with, right? So it's like a very light seal, a little bit darker than your normal. Then go in with very minimally with concealer where you need it in your regular shade and see how that works out.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, is there anyone in the chat who like has a lot of like acne scarring, like post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation? Because I have like up in here, there's like just whole swaths, like a Milky Way. So Tatiana, so like, that's why I use a full coverage usually, because if I do like a lighter sheerer and then go over it with concealer, I'm usually putting concealer then over my whole face too, because my whole face is like scarred of like dots and stuff.
So what if you like, what is your chin okay? Do you have like scarring on your chin?
It's like red.
Yeah, I've got the redness. Yeah.
Yep. And then it's like, I wonder if I can, now we're just being real vulnerable. I think I have a picture of what my skin looks like without makeup on.
I have a scar. I have 2 scars. I have one right here right now and 2 up here that I've been covering, but I've been laying on that vitamin C like I'm swimming inside of an orange.
And that's why I'm so happy that we're working with Apostrophe too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love
this was
Apostrophe.
after a facial. So I had just had extractions done and my skin's very reactive.
Yeah.
And also this was before going back to Apostrophe. You guys ready for some pale girl bad skin realness? That's what it looks like without makeup.
Oh, Bethany, it's just like 2 spots.
No, Kathleen, wait.
I mean, it's a little hard to see.
Sorry,
but
I'm pulling the brightness down. I feel like this is important. Can you see?
Okay, yeah, I can see what you're talking about.
So it's like all red and so it's like I have to use big coverage, and which is totally fine.
Yeah,
but that's where we're at.
Well, what if you used full coverage on some parts of your face and then like a lighter coverage on other parts?
That would work. Yeah, that would work.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on in the comments. Danielle says, I have a little bit of pitting, especially on my nose, but otherwise I've been really blessed. I don't use a retinoid though. My texture gets all out of whack. Yes, retinoids help with I've got texture all over my cheeks, all over my nose, everywhere.
Yeah. Il Maquillage. Ooh, I've never tried that.
That's the one where we were talking about on the podcast if it has a microchip in the foundation because it's supposed to like find your.
Right. But can you get that at Sephora, or do you have to order it off of Instagram?
You have to order it off of. No, you can order it from their website. And here's the thing: we had a very nice listener who called in and left us a voicemail explaining to us what Il Maquillage actually was.
The wizardry.
Yeah, there's no microchip. And she says that you can try it for 30 days for free. And if you don't like it, they'll give you the money back. Okay. But she was skeptical and she tried it and now she buys it regularly. You take a quiz.
Love a quiz.
You take, and she says it's long. It's like, for, an online quiz, it's probably like 5 minutes long.
Okay.
And they tell you your shade when you're done.
Oh, this I like.
Yeah.
This I like.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to try that too. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'll like try that, order that. And then I think tomorrow I'm going to like go to Sephora.
Yeah.
Find someone who knows, like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And usually I try to find
a
woman. No, I try to find a woman who looks like she's sick of everyone's shit.
Yeah.
Because that usually means that she's overqualified for this job. Mm-hmm. And she just wants to like either go home or like not have to deal with anyone's crap. And I am that person for you to spend some time with because I also am sick of everyone's shit. Yes. And also I am going to ask intelligent questions and actually listen to what you have to say.
There is a Tastebud Kevin Valentine, if you recognize his Instagram name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he works at the Sephora in Union Square, or at least he used to.
Okay.
So he might be able to help you. But speaking of disgruntled employees, I went to a Kohl's once and I was looking, this is when I was getting married. I was looking for a casual wedding band, just a plain gold band that I could wear on vacation or whatever. And this employee was like, fuck it, I hate this store. She gave me a $300 ring for like $75. She's like, I hate this place. You can have it for $75.
I wish that there was like an app for like live real time updates on like what disgruntled employee is doing what. Like I've talked about this before, but when I first moved to the East Coast, I was living in New Jersey and I had to get my New Jersey driver's license. And the guy who was taking my photo was high. And so instead of like one photo and you're done, he kept taking my photo and then he would turn the screen and let me look at it. And I'd be like, oh, no, hold on a second. I would like fix things and then like, and then try, he would take it. And I think it took 6 tries and he was just like, cool, we'll just do it again. And
he
like,
didn't care.
He didn't care. He was high. He was having a good time.
I have a friend who recently had to get her New Jersey driver's license after living in this state for like 13 years.
It's time.
She just kept going back to Pennsylvania to renew it. It took so long at the DMV. She was waiting online, outside, then inside. She gets it all done. They show you the final copy and you sign off if everything's right. And she gets home and her last name is Peterson, but her license says Pedersen.
Oh no. Oh no.
And she had to go back and get it corrected, but she was so mad at herself. She's like, I just had like the longest day and I just wanted to go home and I didn't even read the document I signed off on.
Of course. Oh, it's awful. Myra, if you have to get a driver's license, you have to get a new photo taken. 2 sets of false eyelashes.
Oh.
Your photo will be beautiful.
Okay, Tatiana says, I'm so self-conscious about it. It is very pricey, but I have found that PRP micro needling has helped me. What's PRP?
Is that where they take blood, take the plasma, and then put the plasma back over your face? Is that what that is? I know Dennis gets that done on his head sometimes for his hair.
I have thought about getting micro needling done, or sometimes lasers where they can zap out where you have like a scar.
Yeah.
Or I used to get cortisone shots into my like really painful cystic pimples, and I can see some places it's left like an inverted dimple type
I have
thing.
one of those too. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Strangely satisfying, says Tatiana. This is Caitlin. I had to get my passport photo this weekend, and Walgreens had the audacity. The person took my photo but didn't show me the photo. It took an hour. I got the photo and I looked like a gremlin. That's nope.
Here is the secret about passport photos. All they want is a white background. It doesn't matter what type of photo paper it's on. You can 100% take your own passport photo and make sure it's a white background and print it out at CVS, cut it into a square or whatever the specs are on that the passport website says, and you can do it yourself.
Yep. You can't smile, but you can look mischievous in the eyes.
You can smize, right? You can smize. Once I had a coworker who was like, quick, I need a passport photo for my daughter. He just sent me a photo of his daughter and I photoshopped a white background onto it. And that's what her passport picture is.
It worked. It's great.
Yeah.
We have to take things into our own hands sometimes. If the Walgreens employee is not going to support you and hold you up in the way you need, then you have to handle it yourself.
And let's be real, Walgreens doesn't have good lighting. You have to show up with your own lighting at Walgreens.
Yeah, you sure do.
2 different lights.
Yep. Or show up with someone else and have them put their iPhone flashlight on you.
Yeah. By the way, this prop that I bought for like a food influencer. Okay. Yeah. I look at the difference. I'm not uplighting myself right now. And then look when I uplight myself.
Look at that. God bless an uplight.
I mean, I feel 10 years younger.
It lifts.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Carrie, where can a girl like me get some of that sweet, sweet micro needling? I would like that.
Yes, I would too. Skin Laundry. There's a couple of them in the city. Have you heard of Skin Laundry, Bethany?
Yeah.
Well, they do laser work. I don't know if they do micro needling, but I know they do laser work.
When I was at the station, I used to go there fairly regularly, and I gotta say, I never noticed a difference in my skin ever.
Really?
The only thing that changed is that I had a gray scar on the side of my nose from a nose ring that like leached because it was cheap. And so like some of the metal leached into the skin around my nose. So I had like a gray scar. And when they did the laser on my face, it would snap and hurt extra hard on that place. But I noticed it was starting to lighten, and Skin Laundry almost got rid of that scar completely. I just stopped going.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's but I never noticed.
So, okay.
Skin Laundry is like the kind of place where it makes really good skin look just like a little bit better.
Yeah, just a little bit dewier.
Yeah.
I do need to have full extractions done.
Yes.
Because when I don't have makeup on, all of my clogged pores here, it makes me look like I have a slightly gray goatee.
You ever do that thing? Oh, Danielle, your hubby says hi. Is that a man?
Is that a man? Hello, Danielle's hubby.
Oh. I will sometimes do that thing where I'll like pull. He's a man. Oh my God, what does to do with my hands? I'll like pull on the skin a little bit and see where the blackheads kind of like raise up a little bit, and I'll be like, oh, there they are. And I won't touch them because I have willpower, but I will like run my finger along them, just kind of like feel like, oh, you're about to be extracted next time I go in.
I am just getting over a huge bout. And it's because I was picking. If I had just left it alone, they would have just dried up and went away. I was picking here, and I had, when pores are connected and like you get a pimple in one. And then the one next to it is like, wait, I'm angry too.
Yeah.
And then the one next to it is like, wait, you had a party without me?
Yeah.
And I had a huge thing going on right here. And it was so clogged for a long time. And it turns out that when you don't pick at it, it clears up.
Wild how that works.
Wild.
Norma said all this talk of blackheads is making me weak in the knees.
So Carrie has the right idea, Bethany. Carrie says that when you go to Wisconsin next, you have to visit her. She's a licensed acupuncturist that provides microneedling, and she can help hyperpigmentation, acne, and scarring.
Rice Lake, do you know my uncle Con?
Oh, Con. Is he a Con, or is that his name?
That's his name, Conrad. But he goes by Con. Because he lives in Rice Lake.
Oh.
You know my Uncle Con?
Right. So have you heard of people doing, now that we're on the topic of beauties, and we're talking about rice.
Yeah.
Have you heard of people soaking rice in water and then rinsing their hair with rice water?
I have not, but I'm not surprised. I've used rice water toner before.
Really?
Yeah, loved it. It's great.
So people are rinsing their hair with it. And you can't overdo it because it'll leave like a buildup of proteins or something on your hair.
Okay.
But if you want really silky hair, rice water is the way to go.
Huh. Look at that. Jennifer uses rice shampoo. Carrie has a clinic corgi. Okay, so it sounds like I'm going to Rice Lake.
Okay, cool.
Are you sure you don't know my uncle? I mean, I believe you.
Tatiana says they can confirm that the rice water works.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I try everything skin and hair care. I would like what's the clinic corgi's name? Is my next question.
Oh, I want to show you. I really like it when companies put puns in their business name. There's one in there's
very
one
specific thing.
Yeah. There's one in Hoboken. And just because we're talking about dogs, it made me think of it. I saw one today in Hoboken, and I don't know if you can see this, but it says Waggy Butts.
Oh my God.
Look at that ass.
Look at that ass.
Yeah. That dog's got an apple bottom ass. So I thought that was pretty cute. And then I saw in the city today a truck, a pot truck that said weed deliver.
Hey.
That was great. But then in Hoboken, there's a blowout bar that's called the Blowjob Bar to get your hair done at the Blowjob Bar. And I was just like, I'm sure you're really lovely and I'm sure your blowouts are great, but I'm sorry, I don't want to go to a place that's called the Blowjob Bar.
Can I say something a little mean?
Yeah, of course.
That sounds like the kind of place that
would be in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yeah, like there'd be like I can just picture like a couple of drunk people on like a Saturday night going like, we're gonna start a hair place, we're gonna call it the Blowjob Bar.
Blowjob Bar, yeah.
They're like drunk walking in Hoboken. I'm looking this place up. The The blow job bar.
And it got a little bit of blowback when it was starting to open and like the logo went up on the window, but now it's fine.
What was the logo?
I think it's of it's like of a phallic looking hair dryer type thing.
Have we lost all class?
Yeah, because old timey hair dryers with like, the big nozzle and then the bottom comes out, looks like the nuts.
Yep. I sure do know that. Let's go to their website and see what's going on at the blowjob bar.
Caitlin said the blowjob bar had blowback.
Sure did. At the blow.job on Instagram.
The blowjob.
Think about like you just graduated from college. You have a gajillion dollars in debt. Penny, it's a bathrobe. Otherwise, it wouldn't be happening. And there's like one place that has a job opening and you become their front desk person, and the rest of the next 2 years all you do all day is answer the phone and going, hello, the blowjob bar. Hello, we give the best blowjobs. Hello, we got a job for you. Blowjob.
If you need a blowjob, you've come to the right place.
Can I give you a blowjob today? I mean, there's no subtlety at all to this.
No. So Allison says, my mom didn't know what. Oh, hang on. I have to scroll up. My mom didn't know what blowouts were. And when my aunt got one once, my mom said that she got a blowjob. That's really cute.
That's really cute. I also think they've stretched all their pictures because on their website, everyone is obscenely like long. Like I think this is a real person, but look how long she is.
Wow, that's gorgeous hair. So Liz says, "Ooh, this is interesting." Liz says, "My apartment neighbor just rang my doorbell to ask me out, and now I'm creeped out, and I just want to focus on the live stream." Liz, we're sending you an invitation to come up on screen. You don't have to take it, but if you would like to share your story, we would like to hear from you.
Wait, what?
It's so awkward when you date someone in your building because you either have to move or you're just going to see them all the time.
I know. Liz, what did you say? What did you say to them? What did they say to you? He left a box of chocolates at my door a couple weeks ago. Oh, no.
Oh, no, you can't eat those.
You can't eat those.
Hey, Liz.
Hi. Here I am without all my makeup on. Good day.
How are you doing?
I'm creeped out right now.
Yeah.
Ladies. So this guy, I've been in my apartment building for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
And so I had like a stable boyfriend for like a year and a half of that. And he saw him, would say hi and stuff. But I guess he noticed that we broke up. And, I've just been cordial with him. Like, hey, good morning, small talk, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he must have misinterpreted it. Like a couple weeks ago, I came home from work and there was a box of chocolates wrapped in like a cut up paper bag with my name on it. And there was no note or anything. And it totally creeped me out.
Of course. It seems like a threat.
Yeah. So it's like I just threw it away right away. And I'm like,
good.
Okay, if something else happens,
I
have to look into this.
Yeah.
So I'm, here just listening to you guys, and all of a sudden there's a knock on my door, and I'm like, I ignored it because I don't want to be bothered.
Of course. And
he rings the doorbell, and I look, and I'm like, I see it's him, and I'm like, crap, and I think he just rang the doorbell again or not. But yeah, so I open the door and he's like, hey, I'm going to my, son's wedding in a few months, and I'm taking salsa lessons or bachata lessons. Do you want to join me? And I was just like,
for the wedding or the lessons?
For the lessons.
Okay. At least he's not inviting you to a wedding.
Exactly.
I think he was kind of inviting you to the wedding too.
I was afraid it was going there. And I just kind of acted distracted, and I'm like, hey, no, I'm busy right now. I'm not interested. I hope you find someone. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm positive. I hate dancing, blah, blah, blah. But now he lives exactly like right across the way from me.
Oh,
I'm just like, oh, great. This is going to be super fantastic.
He could have asked you out in the hallway. Casually, you both have your coffee, you're walking to your car, like, hey, I just think you're so beautiful. Would you, I would be so honored if you would go on a date with me. But to knock on your door and bombard you when you're not expecting company is fucked up.
Right. Right. So now someone said, I think it was Angela said, like, get a doorbell cam, and I think I'm gonna have to do that now.
Oh yeah.
And like I think the next step will be seeing how he handles the rejection. Like hopefully he'll be cool and like you guys can just go back to being cordial. If he gets weird or aggressive, that's why it's like I can picture some people going like, why are you guys being so hard on this person? And it's more like this, by doing this, it has created a whole thing where now if he doesn't like the rejection, now there's this whole fly in the ointment in your apartment situation. And
and
sorry.
And the chocolates add fuel to the fire because it just means that he's like been thinking about you or watching you for an extended period of time.
Like I didn't know it was him. There was no note or anything, which like made it super extra creepy. So now I'm like, all right, so that was it. Now now it's just uncomfortable. It's like, okay, is he gonna be watching me or like
totally.
Please get yourself a Ring camera. And then if I were you, I would also get an auxiliary one to put one in the apartment when you're gone, just to make sure that nobody is coming in. You know, you just don't know.
I mean, you can't be too safe. And
totally. Oh, I'm so sorry. Man. Will you keep us posted?
Yeah. Yes. Hopefully there's nothing more to say, but
I mean, he could be very surprisingly mature and like handle it well. You know, it takes a lot of guts. He was probably super nervous. And
I mean, this is the world we live in, though.
That's true.
Exactly. It is. Oh, well, good luck, Liz. Keep us updated, okay?
Thanks, I will.
Peace.
Danielle said you have the right to refuse service to anyone. Absolutely.
I know.
That's again why I say that I fully believe that rom-coms are dangerous movies because they give this idea that like if you just hunt someone down long enough, they'll fall in love with you, or they'll see you hunting them down as like flattering. And it's 9 times out of 10, it feels very aggressive.
The stalkery ones are not, but the really good ones are the stalkery ones are dangerous. The really good ones are not. Like when Harry met Sally, that is not dangerous. They're good friends.
It's dangerous in a different way.
They've got mutual friends. They're what is it called? Their meet cute is an extended period of time because they meet right after college, and then they meet again later in their adult life. So it's like a very extended meet cute of getting to know each other, and it works up to like a healthy place where it should be.
Is there? I know I've seen it, but it's been so many years. Is their relationship unrealistically cute and perfect?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, because I think that's where they also become dangerous. Is when like it's like just it's unable to. You cannot ever sustain that level of like passion, or no one can live up to that level of thoughtfulness. Or I just think that I don't know. I get nervous.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. Aubrey says, I need another episode of you two giving each other a movie to watch again.
Hell yeah. Kathleen, what movie would you make me watch? Let's do this.
Or we could watch the same movie and then do like, oh no, I guess that doesn't work out. I would like you to watch When Harry Met Sally.
Okay.
What do you want me to watch?
Ooh, Danielle reminded me of Drop Dead Gorgeous. Have you seen Drop Dead Gorgeous?
1,000,000 years ago.
Maybe I want to make you watch something darker.
Because I do love Kirsten Dunst. Like I thought that was a pretty good movie when I saw it.
Have you seen The Babadook?
Babadook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Babadook.
You've seen Babadook.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not going to make you watch Martyrs. That's awful. That movie's awful. Oh gosh.
What did I turn on today? Oh, that I fell asleep during. Oh, it was really it was a tough one called Ben is Back, starring Julia Roberts, about a son with an addiction problem. And
was that the one based on a podcast? Or is that different?
I took a long nap during it, and then I woke up and the ending wasn't so great.
Penny, that was Kathleen. Was that a show where you go to work and you don't remember your real life?
Yes, that is Severance. It's a series on Apple TV.
Yes.
So
okay.
good. So
Ooh,
good.
Steph, good call. I think I want you to watch Death on the Nile.
Oh, you're going to do that to me?
Yeah, it's really, you know who's in it?
Who?
Everyone. Angela
Yeah.
Lansbury is
Yeah.
in that movie.
The reviews are so bad though, but I'll probably
No,
like it.
No, not the new one. The original one from like the 60s.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll do
Death
that.
on the Nile. Angela Lansbury's in it. Maggie
Brenner?
Smith. Maggie Smith
okay.
is in it. She's young in it.
Is Maggie
It's
Smith in Downton Abbey?
Yep.
How do they keep making movies about that? Like
No
I
idea.
felt when series end, most of the actors want to move on and they never want to touch that series again. But apparently the Downton Abbey actors are like, we're so sad the series ended. Let's keep making movies.
I mean, if they were like, here's another way to make more money. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes. Betty Davis. Is Betty Davis in it? I think Betty Davis is in it. Yes. It's so good.
We were talking about Costco before, and I was mentioning this to you earlier today, Bethany.
Okay.
I learned this weekend that Costco is dedicated to having the cheapest prices wherever you go. So the margins that they make are not very good because their margins are so close to what the actual price of the product is because they're so dedicated to having the cheapest products that basically whenever you want a good price on something, you definitely should go to Costco.
So are they making money just based on sheer numbers?
Yes.
Of people?
Yes. Wow. Sheer numbers of products that they sell. That's how they are making their money.
I remember hearing a story several years ago about how like their chicken costs more than $5 to purchase, but they will only charge $5 for the chicken because that's what they promise people chicken will cost. And so like, and I don't know if this was a while ago, so I don't know if that's true, but like
we talked about it on the pod. So they lose money on their chicken prices because it brings people in to buy other things.
That's crazy.
Yeah. My friend told me this. She moved to Ohio. She joined a Costco. I said, girl, you're living the life.
Yeah, God bless Costco. I know. I know. I don't even know if I live anywhere near a Costco. Heavens.
Okay. I have a Costco membership through my mom. You need to come to Jersey and we'll do a field trip to Costco.
I would love that. Because let me look up and see.
Pizza.
Oh, I love any pizza.
There's one in
7-Eleven pizza.
Clifton, New Jersey has a really good Costco. People like that one. How was your trip to Target this weekend?
Oh, Kathleen. Mm-hmm. Oh no. So Dennis and I rented a car on Saturday and we were going to treat ourselves on this 90-degree day with so much humidity to a car ride out to a Target, walk around Target, have a whole day.
Came to Jersey.
Yep. So I reserve a car and I pick up that car and Dennis is off getting coffee. So I'm going to pick him up at the coffee place. I get in the car and I turn on the AC and it blows hot air at me. And I'm like, okay, it's just cooling down. Just needs to cool down a little bit. So like make sure that the AC is turned on. I make sure that it's like everything's all the way down or up or wherever it needs to be.
Yeah.
And it is blowing hot air. The AC is broken. So I was like, you know what? We're going to make this day awesome. We tried to get a different car. All of the cars were booked because it was a hot day. Everyone was going to the beach.
Yeah.
So we had the windows rolled down the whole way. Dennis hates wind. So this was like, he was holding it together as best he could.
Why does he hate wind?
He hates wind. He thinks it has no business. He just hates it. The way I hate the heat, he gets that passionate about wind. How dare it, he said.
So you're both miserable.
Miserable. I have my hair up. And I thought we were going to be in a freezing cold air-conditioned car. So I was wearing long pants and a long shirt. Like I wasn't wearing breathable fabrics at all. I was wearing like big boots. And by the time we had to go home early, by the time we got home, I was close to passing out. I was so hot, like pouring sweat.
Yeah.
I was we were miserable. And I was like, we just tried to have a day. It was so, I got home. I have video from the ring cam. I got home. He's like taking his shoes off. I just lay on the kitchen floor in corpse pose and just lay there for a while. I was
my God.
Miserable.
That's when you fill the tub with cold water. You don't even take your clothes off. You just get into the tub.
Just get in.
Yeah.
Just get in. So I have I'm going to be sending a strongly worded email to Zipcar to see if I can get reimbursed because it's like $150 of hot air for a while.
Wow. You know, owning a car costs a lot of money, but then also not owning a car costs a lot of money.
Every time I have to rent a car, like to go to Ariel or to, like to drive out to Dennis's parents, it's between $130 and $150 every time.
What if you guys somewhere down the road just got like an old bump around, you know, like a car with like 200,000 miles on it?
I mean, part of it is Dennis doesn't drive. So like,
so it would be your responsibility.
Yeah, which is totally fine. Like when we do end up, like our goal is to leave the city and just like move elsewhere, like north a little bit. I will get a car. It's right now there's no place to park it. So, and like, you know, the parking garages, I think it's like $1,200 a month to park there. So it's like, I'm not
so crazy.
I'm not paying another rent. Say hi, Mama Sweet. Oh no.
In high school, hi Minerva. In high school, when my AC broke in my grandma's 1983 Skylark Buick, we took a cold pack and duct taped it to the dashboard where the air vent was. So the air had to pass around the cold pack to get to you.
That's smart. Hi, that's a really, we should have done that.
Hi, baby girl. How are
Mama.
you?
She's so mad at me.
You needed, in that moment, you needed to bring that rose water spray that we're both obsessed with to schwitz yourself in the car as you're driving. And then you get like the rose water evaporating on your skin, cools you down a little bit in the wind.
It was just, I'm like, no, this was the one nice thing we had. But, you know, what are you going to do? It happens, right?
Cars these days, like new modern cars, they come with so many luxuries. I think back to when I started driving and there was only a radio. I had to crank my windows. And now, and now if I like my mom's car doesn't have the automatic turn in for the side, you know, you have to roll down the window and pull in the side mirrors yourself. I'm like, what is this crap?
It's like, I don't, true to nature, I don't trust them. I want like an old truck. I want like an old truck where if something is broken, a mechanic can fix it. I don't have to bring it to the dealership where they have to like jerry rig the mainframe and have, you know, Ted and IT like do a beep boop on the car.
Fix the computer.
Right? Angela said, I used to be able to break into my truck through the sliding back bed window. Exactly. You need to be able to break into your car whenever you need to. Like, so,
I still have and like when I say it's really my mom's car because my dad bought it. At my mom's house, I still have my original Jeep Cherokee Sport. The last year that they made the Cherokee Sport. So it's the last year they made that boxy Jeep. It's in a fern green. It's a 2001 and it still is in working condition.
Keep that car.
Oh, people will ring the doorbell and ask if they can buy it.
Dude, don't let them. And also, are you afraid someone's going to steal it?
Maybe. That is actually, but you know what? Those things are real. They're kind of hard to steal. The steering wheel will lock up if somebody tries to, you know, like put a wire in which happened to me once when I was in college. Someone tried to steal it and the whole thing locked up and I had to get it towed and fix and stuff. But Jeeps will run forever.
I love it. God bless a Jeep.
Yeah.
Tatiana said there was a Tesla that broke down a few days ago in DC. It went semi-locally viral because the car was on fire, but the safety mechanism locked it immediately, trapping the driver. Local construction workers had to bust him out. This is what I'm saying. The machines will try to kill us. because it doesn't make sense and it's not a tangible thing. It's not like this push creates this thing to do this, and now it's just like the AI decides today's your day to die.
I'm trying to find this account that I've been following on Instagram. It's obviously run by people in Japan because it's a lot of like Japanese technologies.
Yeah.
By the way, Bethany, you want to complain about smart homes? I feel like in Japan, because their homes are smaller, their apartments are smaller, they need to make them like the most of all of the room that they have. And they have all of these really cool gadgets. I think it's, let me see.
Gadgets are going to kill them.
It is called Smart. I follow it on TikTok too. Smart homes. I'll have to find the account. But my favorite thing is this step-by-step video of this smart home where a 6-year-old girl gets home from school, cleans the whole house, and then makes her parents dinner using all of the different gadgets that they have in the house. And she's totally capable of doing it.
At what point does the oven just get hotter and hotter and hotter until the house burns down?
They don't have ovens. They just have like these mini gadgets where you can cook like exactly what you need. Like two or three pieces of fried chicken, and their oven is like this big.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
She loved those videos. Okay, here's the best part about those videos. You know how you have that you have a washing machine in your house?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that Americans are fools thinking that we all need big washing machines, because in these Japanese videos, they all have washing machines that are like this.
Yeah.
And dryers that are like this. And after they do just like, a handful of laundry, they dry it and they put the cubes away, and it doesn't take up any space. The cubes just like go in underneath the sink or something.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, Allison said, I was on a trip with my family a while back and they had rented a car. We stopped at a rest stop and I opted to stay in the car while they went in. It was a summer day and it started getting hot. So I went to open the doors to get out and the car kept locking me inside. The car was quickly getting very, very hot inside. My mom wasn't answering her phone. Luckily, she came back not too long after, but I was panicking and felt like a dog or child locked in a hot car. My God.
That is terrifying. Yeah. Heat exhaustion.
Keep your animals out of hot cars, by the way.
It's a real thing, heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
I think recently there was high school, some sort of football coach that was charged with this child's death because he had heat exhaustion. Sure. And the kid was like, I can't work out anymore. I'm going to pass out. And the coach was like, this is what practice is, football. Yeah. And I think the kid died. It was either a real life story or it was Station 19. I can't remember. I think Tatiana says it was the University of Maryland, but I'm pretty sure that story came from Station 19.
Please remind me what Station 19 is again.
It's the spinoff of Grey's Anatomy about the fire department.
That's right. That definitely sounds like a Station 19, but that also definitely sounds like something that would happen in real life. If you've seen the movie The Faculty, you know that there are very toxic football coaches.
Yes. This Is Us had its last episode last night.
Did you watch it?
I sure did.
Did you cry?
Bethany, it sucked. It was the fucking worst thing I've ever seen. A couple of Tastebuds got together and we chatted with each other in a live chat during the show. Mac organized it. It was terrible.
Terrible in that you cried so much, or terrible in that it wasn't a very good episode?
It wasn't a very good episode.
Oh, no.
Oh, see, Angela likes the color on you, Bethany. Look at how many compliments you're getting on your bathrobe.
Thank you. No, thank you. I do appreciate it. 'Tis a bathrobe. I don't feel like myself when I'm wearing this much color in real life because I don't know where my body ends and the rest of the world begins. I feel like when I'm wearing black, I know where I am. I feel contained and protected. Oh, you meant hair. Oh, so thank you.
That's I think once Neil's aunt was telling my 4-year-old niece that she looked really nice in her dress, but I thought that she was talking to me, and I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Oh, that's mortifying.
So embarrassing, and then I realized she wasn't talking to me.
Oh no, that happens sometimes with Minerva and Dennis.
Oh.
One of us will compliment the cat and the other of us thinks that the person's talking to us. And it makes me sad when I think and also when I do.
Oh man. Oh,
Yeah.
so Samantha sent the link. It was an actual real story. See, according to CBS News. Yeah.
Yes, heat stroke's a very real thing.
Your
It's
hair
not
looks great.
good.
You got the
Thank you.
color done.
Got the color done, toned
Yeah.
the living hell out of it.
Looks amazing.
Thank you. We're back to that. Dina was like, "You're Nordic again."
Yeah, that bleach blonde. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dina, I love this about Dina. I was telling her about some problems in my life. And she says that there's this thing you can do where you write some numbers down on a piece of paper and you put it under your pillow and you sleep on it. And it's like a protection code. Have you ever heard of this?
I have not. Did she tell you what those numbers are?
You can Google it. Let me see. Protection code for under pillow. No, I don't want a pillow protector.
Ooh.
It's a little bit woo-woo. I'll have to find out
totally.
the name. If anybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, like this woo-woo thing where you write, like if you have trouble sleeping or you're having trouble in your love life, you write these numbers down and you put it underneath your pillow. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. But I kind of like that idea. Angel numbers, maybe. Yes. That sounds familiar. Angel numbers. Yes, that's what it is. So I thought that it's a really interesting concept. And while it sounds a little woo-woo, I think the fact that you're just like sort of channeling your energy and
Definitely.
that paper under your pillow is reminding yourself that you're channeling your energy about this one thing. Psychologically, I think it's really, really interesting.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it because whether it is the placebo effect or whether it is because you are focusing some meditative energy on it or whether it is actually a thing that works, doesn't matter. I don't think. Is that like worry doll, says Tatiana, from my native Guatemala, a long held Mayan legend tradition. I've heard of worry dolls, but not for a long time.
Oh, I don't know what worry dolls are.
Pinging something for me.
Oh, Gray just joined the party. Hey, Gray. Allison says, I have a worry doll. Wait, Allison, let me see. I'm going to invite you up, but if you don't want to come, no pressure.
No worry dolls.
Danielle says, I used to get worry dolls all the time when I was little. I've never even heard of this. This is really interesting.
Yeah, they're like, are they always little? Or like the one, there's some on Etsy you can get 75 small individual Guatemalan worry dolls. These are so small.
You could put it on your keychain. You put it anywhere. Samantha says, I make worry dolls with some of the kids that I do therapy with. You can make them with yarn. So what's the premise behind it? It takes your worries away?
Yeah, tell us. They make ones for different types of concerns too. Oh, do they make ones for consistent anxiety? Like actual big time worry all the time.
Yeah. So Samantha says yes, takes your worries away. Tatiana says like money trouble or family stress, stuff like that. Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Channel your anxieties into your worry doll.
You tell them your worries and then put them under your pillow. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So it's a holiday weekend this weekend. Surprise.
Oh.
Yeah, snuck up on us kind of quickly. Is anyone doing anything fun for Memorial Day weekend?
And if you're not, make up something ridiculous and put it in the chat.
Are you doing anything? Are you doing anything fun this weekend, Bethany?
Hell no. Of course not. What do you think?
There's a Tastebud meetup in Philadelphia. Jennifer says she's going.
Fun.
Caitlin's going. Oh, it's going to be so fun.
Kayaking and going to Canada. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Oh, hello, Joe. Joe's tuning in from the intermission at Wicked.
Oh my God, Joe.
Joe, I saw Joe this weekend.
Did Alphaba hit the note tonight, Joe?
There's a country star that is going to be joining. I think, is it, I don't know, one of the country stars. Nope, not Carrie Underwood.
She did. She hit that note.
Oh, she's brand new, Joe says. So, funny story. Joe plays all of these Broadway shows. He's the fill-in drummer when drummers are out and stuff like that. So I'm always like, hey, Joe, keep me in the loop because I really want to go see Moulin Rouge, but I won't go unless you're drumming.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. Like, Bethany, you and I were very fortunate that we live in a part of a country where, like, on the same day a show is playing, if the tickets aren't sold, we can find a really cheap ticket. And in 25 minutes, I'm from my house into the theater district in New York.
Totally.
And so Joe kind of always keeps me in the loop when he's playing and where he's playing. And this weekend, I just happened to be in the city, kind of like on the same street that Joe was on, and we like walked in different directions and met at a coffee shop. And I got to see him for a small tete-a-tete this weekend. It was really lovely.
That's awesome. Joe, have you played? I know the answer is no, but have you played MJ the Musical? Because I have some thoughts.
I told Joe about your thoughts.
I've never seen it. I actually really desperately want to see it. But our episode that comes out tomorrow, I talk about hate watching, things we hate to watch.
Yeah.
And I hate watch the curtain call of MJ the Musical because it's on YouTube. And it just is awkward. And the actors are amazing. And again, like, this is no reflection on them. It's just I'm confused about it. I'm confused about their costumes. It definitely feels like a lot of like moms and their friends on a stage.
People are going to go see it.
I desperately want to see it. At one point, same Joe. Like Michael, the guy playing Michael goes like, "Gush," and then everyone in the cast goes like, "Gush, gush, gush," like down the line, but it's like so cheesy. And it's like a woman in a pink blazer, and it's like a woman in a sports bra, and then like a guy in like baggy pants, and like a guy in a suit. And they're all singing like, it don't matter if you're black or white, but they're harmonizing in a really strange way. I don't know.
It don't matter if you're black or white.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I just find the curtain call specifically to be baffling.
I also do not like musicals about stars. Like, I think I saw the Temptations musical. I didn't really like it. It's like going to see, although I heard I know you walked out in Carole King, Bethany, but I heard the Carole King musical was good, but I'm not a fan of like bio musicals. Yeah.
Here's what I heard. I heard the second half is amazing of Beautiful.
And but you walked out.
Maybe you should lead with that, because the first part was like, again, Joe said it's not. It's like, again, amazing performances, like freaking incredible singers, amazing performances, just not, some of them just not for me. Like Caitlin, you like, and as you should like what you like. I think I was looking for a little bit more murder. I don't know.
Yeah. I like traditional musicals. And I was just thinking about how just today, because there was something, the Tonys are coming up. Yeah. And I was thinking about how in 50 years, what is going to be a traditional musical? Is it still going to be like Oklahoma and Cabaret and Chicago, or is it going to be like SpongeBob SquarePants?
Right.
Like,
right. Because Lion King is now like what? It's been on Broadway for like 30 years.
Yes. And for me, Lion King was really not my cup of tea when it first came out, because I was like, this loved it. But then I saw it and I loved it. It was like the best thing ever. But some of like Mrs. Doubtfire, I have no desire to see Mrs. Doubtfire on Broadway.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Grace said, as a director, I can't stand long curtain calls. They're excruciating. Yeah, self-serving. Look at the MJ the Musical curtain call on YouTube. I cannot impress upon you enough how unbelievably it just is uncomfortable. And I was like, maybe this is like a preview, and so not everything was staged yet, or they weren't like in the right costumes for the curtain call or something. No, I think that was it. And I just was like, oh, I can't. I still watch it. Kathleen, while we were waiting for you today, I was watching it.
Bethany,
I can't stop.
You have a very strange fixation with the curtain call from NJ the musical.
This happens every once in a while. I will get very fixated on something. I'll get fixated on like a curtain call, or I'll get fixated on David Copperfield. I get fixated on, like a few weeks ago, it was Michael Flatley, like remembering Lord of the Dance. And I was like, that's a Flatley fact.
Like,
I'll get this happens all the time, or I'll get fixated on a song or something. And like, I just become obsessed with it for like a month.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Speaking of different types of performances, has anybody started watching this new Hulu series called Conversations with Friends?
No. Is it scripted or is it not scripted?
It's scripted. It's based off of a book. It's a book by Sally Rooney of the same name. And I'm listening to the book right now. And Sally Rooney, she's an Irish author. She has a very distinct style where it's very conversationalist. And it's all about characters having conversations about socioeconomic issues and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm purely listening to it so I can watch the series and have read the book, but I'm a little bit sick of it. But anyway, in the book, one of the characters is a performance poet.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? There are not enough events with spoken word as a performance that there needs to be more. Like, I would definitely go see performance poetry.
Is it like slam poetry, or is that a different thing?
It's not quite slam. It's there's like two women that perform together, and one woman writes everything, and the next they perform it together. And it's not like slam. It's like they go back and forth. But slam poetry is very like, pow, the apple of my eye dropped, and I felt my life in my
other
palm.
words.
But is there a like what I don't know, just spoken? They just call it spoken word performance. I thought that's kind of cool.
Apparently, a poet won America's Got Talent.
Oh, interesting, huh?
I mean, look, I think oh, cool. I mean, that's amazing.
Let's see,
bringing poetry back.
Yeah. Aubrey says, he was great. Oh, it was a guy. That is surprising too.
You know what? Good for men.
Mm-hmm.
Making it in this world.
Showing their feelings through poetry.
Yeah, baby. Ooh, I have a movie recommendation.
Oh, please do tell.
It is called You Cannot Kill David Arquette. And I watched it. Dennis and I watched it last weekend.
Yeah.
And I have to say, so do you remember, Kathleen, this was a couple years ago, we realized that David Arquette was a certified Bob Ross painting instructor.
Yeah, and then we swore up and down that we would go take one of his Bob Ross painting classes.
Yes. Well, also, this story somehow missed me completely when it was happening, but right when David Arquette was like getting big, like he was in the same sort of class of actors with Leonardo DiCaprio and Will Smith, like all these guys coming up. And he suddenly went to wrestling to promote a movie he was in that was about wrestling. But he ended up falling in love with wrestling, and the wrestling championship, whatever, decided that he was going to win the title belt of heavyweight champion. And he did. And all
David
of these
Arquette
fans, and all of these wrestling fans hated him, as did other wrestlers, because like he hasn't put the time in and all this stuff. So it's this documentary about him sort of reckoning with his career.
Yeah.
Like the people in his life are worried about him. It talks about he had a brain injury at one point, and the doctor talks about like his brain is very different. It's not connected the way a lot of people's brains are.
Why do people like this sport?
But so this is the thing. So the movie follows him as he like travels to Mexico, and he trains with like the masked wrestlers, and he has to like earn their respect. And one of the things I love, what made me think of it, is you talking about like guys getting their feelings out. There is something so beautiful about wrestling, because it is a very choreographed but still physically dangerous sport. So while there are choreographed moves and you are all knowing what's about to happen and you all have a role to play in it, you can still get very, 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 very hurt.
Oh.
And the amazing thing is, this hit me. There's a shot of David Arquette with these wrestlers in Mexico, and they are wrestling at a stoplight. And so what you do is you wrestle at the stoplight when all the cars are at a red light, and then you go through and you get money from them. And they have decided that like these guys are going to pick on David Arquette, and then he has to jump off a bunch of crates and fly over them and like land on them. And they pause it when he's in midair over them. And what you see is 3 men on the ground, like standing, his enemies, all reaching their arms up to catch him. Because even though their role is we are all fighting with each other, in real life, he has taken this leap of faith to show how much he wants to do this. And they are all catching him and supporting him. And they are ready to make sure he doesn't get hurt, even though it's going to look like he gets hurt. And I was like, and the movie is wonderful. And
really,
it's like, I've always had some respect for wrestling once I realized like really what it is. It's dance. It's performance. Yeah. It's like high drama. How often do you get to yell boo at someone, like scream boo at someone? Like it's wonderful. Yeah. Angela said the trust and athleticism is amazing. They are putting their bodies through hell, and they are doing it on the road. They are traveling. They were doing hundreds of shows a year. And it is like, at one point, David Arquette has to do this move he's really scared to do. And it's that thing where he's like getting in his head. He has to run at a guy, jump, and wrap his legs around the man's neck while he's in the air. And
I can see why someone would be scared to do that. Yeah.
And you see him like running and then stopping himself and then like walking back and then trying again. And the man who's in the ring with him says, just get your legs up there. I will take care of the rest.
Oh.
And same. I was just like, like, I love men taking care of other men. I get teary-eyed about it because this is so, I did not expect to get teary-eyed on a podcast like on a show, but like, we live in a society that is getting better, but it's telling men, if you have feelings, you are gay. And also that is bad. If you have feelings, push them down. You can't. And I think that seeing a culture where men are actively like helping each other, supporting each other. Yep.
Lifting each other up.
Yep. Sometimes literally. I think it's so cool.
In a way that doesn't put women down.
Yes.
That I think is like the key ingredient in that recipe. They're just lifting each other up for performance art, not to like squish women's voices.
And I'm sure there have been shitty male wrestlers who are shitty to, I know like there's some who killed their wives and stuff, but going to like the pure athleticism of it is just so impressive to me that you're throwing your body around and you're doing it to entertain people, and also you're in a ring with someone who is there to be your enemy, but is actually going to make sure. It's like a stage combat. Anyone who's done stage combat, it's like the person grabbing your hair is a closed fist on your head. You put your hand over their hand, and you are controlling the hair pulling. You're the one doing it. They're keeping you safe. You're controlling it. They're choking you. You're controlling the choke. Like we're enemies working together to make sure we're both safe and that the audience has a good time. It's like, this is the kind of thing that I get so turned on about. I love this stuff.
Where did you watch this? What network?
You know what? I rented it on Amazon or on YouTube for like $3, but I think it's on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Samantha says, have you seen Glow on Netflix? I haven't, but it's on my list of things to watch. Yeah,
I've heard it's amazing.
It's on my list.
Yeah.
So I guess nobody's doing anything fun for Memorial Day weekend. Oh no, some people said they were doing things, but it's everybody mostly staying home like me. I was talking to our engineer Blair today, and his big plans are to take a CrossFit class. It's like,
wow, throw some ropes and tires around.
Yeah. Casey, we're going camping. Casey, monsters live in the woods.
Bring a weapon. Are you going to a national park? If so, we're never going to see you again.
Yeah. Casey, do you have a solo stove? Because you totally need one. worth every penny. Courtney says, introducing the twins to some family.
Yay!
So I have a friend who just had a baby. The name is so cute. I like want to cry even talking about it. Bethany, my friend, had a baby girl and named her Margot Elizabeth.
Oh, is
so cute.
Is she a crabby old woman? Because that is the
I
cutest
know.
name.
I know. I'm like getting choked up about it, just thinking about it. But anyway, so she brings the baby home to meet her son, who's 3.
Okay.
And the son is holding the baby and looking, in awe at his baby sister, and then sneezes in her face.
Great.
And it's like, that's exactly what we want right now with COVID going around. I want my toddler to sneeze in my newborn's face.
That's so funny.
So funny. Well, okay. I have a surprise for y'all.
Ooh, thank you. And Aubrey, we are so glad your mom loves her solo stove.
Solo stove. Okay.
Delilah Jane and Genevieve Estelle, or Genevieve. Is it Genevieve or Genevieve?
Oh, it's definitely Genevieve. Genevieve. Where are you getting that from?
It's the French pronunciation. Genevieve.
Courtney, Delilah Jane, and Genevieve Estelle.
Genevieve. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's really pretty.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, here is okay, prepared a little song because it's summer.
Okay.
All right. Is everybody ready?
We are so ready, Kathleen.
So ready. I practiced for 10 minutes.
Whoa!
I know. Oh, when the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the no, why is that not sounding right? It's supposed to be a C. Yeah, okay. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be. I can't hear I gotta take my headphones off.
Oh no, take your headphones off, but that was lovely.
But it doesn't sound right. I'm gonna pull one back. Okay. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun under the boardwalk. People walking around under the boardwalk. We'll be falling in love under the boardwalk.
Boardwalk. Yay!
That's it.
Kathleen, you are getting many applauses. Well done.
Yes.
Well done. That's the perfect way to kick us off into the end of a week and the beginning of a holiday weekend.
Yes,
we are also grateful for you all coming and hanging out with us. And we love
so
you all.
Fun to see everybody. Yeah, stay safe. Wear sunscreen.
Yes.
Make sure you're hydrated.
Yes, and if you go camping, bring a weapon because there be monsters in the wood.
And a solo stove because warmth.
Goodbye.
Bye.
We love you.